Hey everybody, it's Kathy P. And welcome back to my channel. Um, in this, it's a beautiful day today. How's everybody doing? Um, it's like 70 degrees down here in Central Florida, so I'm sitting out here by the pool just chilling. It's too chilly to go swimming. There's a little bit of a breeze, but I'm sitting here in what they call the bird cage, which cracks me up because I'm no damn bird. But anyway, speaking of that, the other night I was sitting out here about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I had the patio lights on. My husband has these pole lights that go all the way around. It's really to keep it lit up. But this little bird kept flying into the screen, trying to come into its bird cage, I guess. I don't know. But I shut the lights off and the little thing left. It didn't get hurt or anything, thank goodness, because the kids would have had a meltdown. Because we feed the birds, we feed the squirrels, we feed the turtles, we feed the wild turkeys. They even throw apples out for the deer. But yeah, I even have to buy peanuts for the dang squirrels, for the kids to feed the squirrels. It's crazy. They love it though. We've got a yard full of different kinds of birds, that's for sure. But anyway, in today's video, I'm gonna, it's not a, I can't say a completion or a finished video on the Shanquella Robinson case. Um, but it's just updated all the stuff that's been going around and that's been put out um, since I did a video with the dad's interview, and I did want to do follow up with the mom's interview, but I'm going to do it in here because these YouTube streets have been freaking crazy. Telling you, man, reality TV has nothing on YouTube because YouTube is freaking crazy. What's been going on with these creators is insane. But so there's interviews here. You're going to see the IGs from Instagram posts from lives from Nazir Wiggins and Winter Donovan, and a supposed message from Dejanay Jackson, which I don't know if that was her or not. I really question that. And then, Jared Jackson from North Carolina Beat, he did an interview not last night, the night before, with that Mexican reporter, Geraldo Zanigua, the one that Down the Rabbit Hole News had an interview with. She's done some great videos on this. Go check her out. And also, the lead attorney had an interview with him. And I've got some of the reporters here that have been covering this, like Joe Bruno from WSOC-TV. Everyone's been saying that there's been an arrest in this case because that's what the reporter from Mexico, Geraldo, has stated. But we can find no proof that she's been arrested or detained in any way, anywhere. At least not in this country. So, they said Interpol was involved, but Interpol don't arrest. But anyway, they usually use the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, and if it's going to be because of extradition and stuff, she would still have to be booked and be, held. So, there would be record of that. And the family most likely would have been notified. And they're saying they haven't been. So, I don't believe there's an arrest yet. People want this to happen overnight. And even in the U.S., it don't happen overnight. But dealing with another country, especially Mexico, yeah, it's going to take a minute. But I do believe that justice will be done. Because, if this is the case and this is what really happened to Shanquella, then she deserves justice, and so does her family. And Dejanay and whoever else was involved needs to pay for what they did to her. Because it's horrific. It is just horrific. But this first part of the section of the video is from the North Carolina Beat. Also, shout out to Deets on the Streets. I'm using your Instagram live post the videos you put up of Winter and Nazir. But yeah, check her out, check her channel out. But yeah, this is just this first video where the best friend, Kalia Cook, had Shaquilla's phone and was recording her. It's just creepy, man. But let's just get into it. Like I said, there's so many rumors going around about this story. I mean, you're hearing that it's him in the video, it's not him in the video. You're hearing one's transgender, not transgender, and that was totally rumor. And that was a doctored picture that was passed around. You're hearing, people are questioning why the family's fundraising and collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars. People are accusing Gerald Jackson from the North Carolina Beat of somehow being involved, and he's done a good job covering this. And, the family talks to him. He talks to the family all the time. They trust him. And I haven't caught him lying in anything. But he's called people out for lying. So, yeah. It's just, there's so many rumors. So many rumors. The time of death, the Mexican reporter saying now it's between 7 a.m. and noon. So that means when Azir got there, he claims at 3:15, she must have already been deceased. So she was already deceased before the doctor was called, because supposedly the maid is saying that she found her laying on the floor in the bedroom, and she was cold and hard. The body was hard, which is stiff. That's rigor mortis. So, yeah, there's a lot here. But let's just get into this. What this dude says in his video is just creepy. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is Khalil Cook in this video. Okay, this is him in the video. He has Quella's phone.
This is the best.
And I want you guys to see this. I want to play this, and then I want you guys to hear it, and I'm going to play the full video. Okay, now this is one of the stories. Okay, but we'll get to that. Here we go.
We got our first day, buddy. Buddy. She too full.
Let me play that again.
That's creepy.
We got our first day.
He's hard to hear.
Buddy. She too full.
I'm going to play it again.
I have to turn the volume up.
I'm going to play this one more time.
Ooh, which makes Gerald really.
We got our first day, buddy. Buddy. She too full.
Now that's some creepy shit.
Now,
I mean, the girl was literally dead a few hours later.
At 8:45. Yeah. This is Friday night. 8:45.
Why would he record something like that?
Quella is asleep.
Wow. Did they plan this? Is that what he was saying? Their first dead body? I mean, this was right after they got there. She must have took a nap as soon as they got there, because supposedly they got there at like 8 o'clock at night. And then they had the tacos made by the chef, the personal chef. Yeah. All that's coming up. It's not a lot. It's only a couple seconds of video, but it gives you an idea.
9:40, she's in the house eating tacos and drinks. I'm going to play that video, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to explain to you guys what's going on, or what I feel like is going on.
Okay, I'm going to have to fast forward this a little bit, because they play some music, and I don't want to get a copyright claim or anything.
This right here is the full story. This is the full.
Everybody else is playing it. I'm just, I don't know. So, and he does re-show the best friends video again, saying we got our first dead body. Creepy. I mean, the girl was literally found dead a few hours later. But yeah, let's get into
Instagram story.
Okay, here we go. All right. So I'm not going to show. Well, the ones sitting at the table don't look real happy. But, Okay, so now these videos were done on Shanquella's phone. Now this is the interview, part of the interview with the mother, with CBS News. So it's a heart-wrenching interview. It really is. I just can't imagine being a parent and having to watch a video like this. Like she had to watch. It's wow. Prayers and support to the family. I pray that they get justice. I pray that Shanquella gets justice for whatever was done to her.
And I gotta tell you, I am appreciative that you are joining us now, because I can only imagine the pain and the anger that you are feeling right now, and I know you want answers. We mentioned that you were initially told that your daughter had alcohol poisoning. So can you talk a little bit more about when you first found out that your daughter had been hurt, had died, what you were told, and what made you question what you were told?
Well, I received a call on Saturday saying that my daughter was sick and that she had alcohol poison. But her doctor had never arrived, so I don't know where they had got the alcohol poison from.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
at
where
that
did they
time,
get that from?
they said a doctor.
Where did that come from? I mean, none of them are medical professionals to diagnose her with alcohol poisoning. Or was that just a safe bet for them? I don't know.
Was on the way to examine her, and she wasn't responding as they told me. Said she was resting a little bit, but she wasn't all the way responding as normal. So I told them to keep me informed, and I wanted to know why they couldn't take her to the emergency room. They said because they needed $5,000 cash to be seen in the emergency room. And I said, well, she has insurance. And they said they didn't take insurance by being
How'd they know it was going to cost
out the
paper?
country.
They must
It
have
was a
made
little
calls, right?
different.
And then, now
So
mind
at
you, in the
that
middle of all this, they're calling
time,
over here.
I told them just keep me informed, and they did call back, but they still saying it was alcohol poison. So by later on that evening, they called and said that Shanquella had passed. And at that point,
So this was an all-day
it
thing.
just
They had called several times. Which my guessing is they started calling right after the beating. Because yeah, she wasn't even responsive at the end of that. I mean, what I've seen the video many times. That's horrific. But yeah, this is just
took my heart, crumbled up, just knowing my child was gone, and I couldn't get there to her, could not do anything. And
and
they said the med.
and they also said they already knew before the doctor got there that they needed $5,000 to take her to the clinic or hospital. But yet in the meantime, now they had called somebody over in the U.S. to ask what to do after, I'm guessing, she'd expired.
Came, 3 minutes came, and no one couldn't do anything, couldn't save her. But I believe Shanquella was already passed, had already passed.
Mm-hmm.
But later on that next day, I got a call saying that they was over there fighting Shanquella, saying nobody's putting on alcohol poison. Say Shanquella, they was jumping on her.
Who called you?
And these were the friends that she was with.
So the friends that she was with said it's not alcohol. They initially said it was alcohol poisoning, and then they said no, it's not. There was a fight.
There was a fight. This was a phone call that I received that it was a fight. So the video had to be out before they actually come back to Charlotte.
So there's a video on, for people that don't know, there's a video that surfaced on social media that's very disturbing. You've seen this video, I know. Did you get a call from the police at any point about what they found?
Oh, I never received a call from the police saying what they found.
Or an autopsy, anything like that?
Later on that week, that Thursday, we received a call. That was the autopsy saying that her death had nothing to do with alcohol. So she had a cracked spinal, and say her neck had been broken. Wow. So that automatic let me know that she were jumped.
So did you, at that point, have you spoken with the friends that were with her since then?
I spoke to the friends, like they had when
this is the part, man, that even takes it to another level. I mean, the twisted, demented level. Her best friend took her luggage there, sat there and ate this woman's food and talked to her and lied to her face. Then he did that repeatedly. Then he brings back the two girls to the house, and they sit there and do the same thing. They lie and deny. If they had nothing to worry about and it really was just a one-on-one friend fight and everything was okay, why are they lying about it? Why are they lying about it? And I still think, and this is just my opinion, but I still think there's more than that 18 seconds of video that's been circulated and went viral. I think there's more. Just my opinion. If they recorded that, they kept on recording. They recorded longer than 18 seconds. Yeah.
she actually passed. It was on a Saturday evening night when they called. But I talked to them. I think they'll ride back home maybe Sunday or Monday. And I talked to them like on Tuesday and Wednesday. I talked to them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And they kept on saying there was never a fight. There was never a fight.
Yeah, why lie?
So I didn't believe in them.
It doesn't make sense. Why would they lie? If they didn't do anything wrong and she was fine after the fight and it really was alcohol poisoning, but there's no way she could have got up if she was that sick from alcohol poisoning from the night before. That girl drug her out that bed. Them girls did. Okay, she'd have never been able to walk over to Dejanay, walk period, if she was dying from alcohol poisoning. If she was that sick, the alcohol poisoning wouldn't have took effect after the fight when she drank the night before. See, they're lying.
So after we received the
sense.
autopsy on Thursday evening, and the autopsy told us what had actually happened to her. And so that took it to a whole nother level because, they're saying that it was alcohol, and alcohol was not the cause of her death.
Yeah.
They jumped on her over there. And if you see the video actually shows that she was not fighting nobody back. She didn't even have a chance. All of them sitting there looking. No one sat, tried to stop it. She had nobody over there to help her.
So this is
there was nothing she could do.
This is a video that's circulating on social media. Just to clarify, when you saw that video, did you think that was your daughter?
Yes, that was my daughter.
Okay. Did the friends talk about the video? Did they acknowledge the video in any way?
That's horrific.
No, never. They never acknowledged the video.
Okay. Wow, that was hard. No parent should ever have to see a video like that, ever. Oh. What that woman's going through. So, wow. Them friends are something else. But if it truly was alcohol poisoning, why did they lie? Why did they keep lying? Why not just tell the truth? And if she was that sick and unresponsive from alcohol poisoning, she did not get up out that bed and walk around that room to face Dejanay. Yeah. Okay. Now, next is coming up Nazir Wiggins' Instagram Live he did, claiming that he didn't get there till the next day and he only went by what he was told. Of course, he didn't ask the questions. But a lot of his story doesn't add up either. It's just got tons of holes through it. Let's get into it. Nazir Wiggins. This dude's got quite a history and current history. And also, I don't know how, there's an article out there about him supposedly R-ing several women, and other women have come forward on social media and said the same thing. Yeah, so I don't know. This dude, I'm just telling you what's out there. I don't know, I don't know about that, but I'm telling you what's been put out here. But his story, just judging on his story, what he's saying here in his live, because that actually has nothing to do with this. He's just not being truthful.
Game room. The fucking villa was like a big ass mansion, no upstairs, all tile on the wall, tile on the floor, straight tile.
He said
nothing,
she was in the game
else.
room on the
just
couch.
a big ass villa. And I don't know if y'all can view it on the website. Go to Cabo Villas and look at how big this is and what it looked like. Well, you're gonna see. So when I got there, she was in the game room. They told me she was not feeling good, so I instantly go to her, put on her side, get a bag, and all that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time. I was crossing my heart. I hope that I was there the whole time in the game room, and then they was talking about cooking, so we made it to the living room. I put on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting until the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming, and then a female showed up. So by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead.
Okay, that's what he was told, okay? That's not the maid's statement that the reporter from Mexico has that she gave to the police. She's saying she was on the bedroom in the bedroom on the floor. and that the body was hard, which is rigor mortis. Also, he's saying she was in the game room on the couch, and he turned her on her side and gave an unresponsive person a bag to puke in. Okay, she's unresponsive. What the hell is she going to do with that bag? And then he said he was rubbing her, he moved her to the living room. They moved to the living room. What'd they do? Move this body all over the villa? Because he's also going to state she was out by the pool. So, no, it doesn't. If she was unresponsive, how did she get to the living room? How did she get out by the pool? How did she get in the game room on the couch from the bedroom where the fight took place? You don't make any sense. If she was unresponsive, she couldn't have got up and moved herself, and you were playing soft music and rubbing her head. Dude, please. Are you kidding me? Was she already deceased by then? According to the reporter from Mexico, she was. According to the maid's statement, they're saying the time of death was between 7 a.m. and 12 noon. Which would make sense as to why that when the maid found her that there would be some rigor mortis setting in, but not. And the coroner's report said that she passed away within 15 minutes of her injury. That's how severe her injuries were. So yeah, something's not adding up with this dude. Something is not adding up. But let's get back. You know what I'd like? I'd like to. I used to record the Dr. Phil show when because I was at work, and I'd watch it sometimes. But he used to have these, I call them liar buster shows, because he'd have these experts that can read your body language and the way you talk and stuff to tell if you're lying or not. Boy, I'd like to see them do him. I bet you it would take them like less than 60 seconds to tell him he's full of shit. I'm not saying there's not some true parts to his story, but this whole story don't make a bit of sense. He's saying he wasn't there. Okay, then why are you running in with this narrative? Because if you weren't there, you have nothing to do with it until after the fact that you tried to lie and cover it up. Yeah. Y'all didn't get her medical treatment. You refused the doctor that wanted to take her to the hospital until the doctor gave you no choice but to call the ambulance or the Red Cross they call over there. So, yeah, I got a lot of questions for this dude. He's not making no sense. But, they say, these experts I used to watch on Dr. Phil sometimes, they would say that, if you, swear or say somebody swears on the Bible or swears on their grave or swears on them or their kids or their mother or whatever, that they're usually lying. Just saying. Just my opinion. But, yeah, let's get back into his, I call this a Swiss cheese for holes.
When I got there. Boom. So it's like, okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Kula, I see she chilling, I put her on her side, I go up and make that video where I'm talking about I'm here, that I Kula get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do, ATVs, a boat, dinner, I missed the chefs, I missed everything. Anyways, fuck that. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, Kula, let's get up. I say that in the video, everybody can hear it, everybody that know me heard me say this shit. That was my first video when I got there. It was second because I made a video of me pulling up to the village.
You said you never left her side. But you left her side to make the video. Why do you keep cutting? I
try to get the timestamp for y'all.
What's he out there cutting up? You don't want no one to know what he was cutting up, huh?
Yeah. So I guess the real FBI or whatever had to put those.
You're not the victim here. Imagine what Shanquella went through. And you're right about one thing. The FBI will be able to prove when you arrived in Mexico and all this. So yeah, you're right about that. If you had nothing to do with it and you didn't know nothing about it, why did you lie? My question.
Timeline together, but I'm gonna start with the NCB. That faggot is so stupid.
He's bad because Gerald called him out.
Everything that's wrong. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video. I didn't know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told her it was alcohol poisoning, so that's what I helped her as. That's what I helped her as. I didn't leave her side. I cut on soft music. So
you did leave her side. You went out and made a video by the pool. Unless you took the body with you.
Walker rubbing her head till the nurse came in. Nobody even talked about the nurse. Nobody even said the nurse came.
It was a
none of this
doctor.
stuff. So I'm really not understanding where this story is coming from and why it's out here like this, because it's wrong. It's wrong. And for y'all to be attacking me, an innocent soul, like I'm really innocent.
innocent
But
soul.
I went there to enjoy my birthday. Like to enjoy my birthday and to really just goddamn have fun. I didn't have not 1 second of fun. And take one shot and smoke one blunt and didn't do anything. I went straight to Quilla. She was
And
not found dead. She was
what do you think Shanquella went through? What enjoyment do you think she had, dude? She was beaten to death. Oh my God, me. He's the victim. Shanquella's the one who passed away. He's still here. They're all still here, breathing and free. Wow. There is no remorse, no empathy, no nothing with these people. Wow, some friends.
unresponsive. Yes, unresponsive. She was unresponsive. I tried to get her to talk to me and all that, but it was none of that.
But dude, you said that you turned her on her side and gave her a bag to throw up in. You told her to get up, let's go. You told her you moved, you guys went to the living room, then out by the pool. If she was unresponsive, how did you do all this?
There was none of that going on. Oh shit.
I got questions.
Yeah, but other than that, I did. Oh yeah, I know y'all probably asking. That when I walked in there, I didn't really notice the knot on her head until the nurse pointed it out. I did see the bump on her lip. She did have a blood vessel bust in her eye, and
Okay, wait a minute. Now, any normal human being whose good friend is laying there, clearly beaten, you can tell by her face, and unresponsive, and you're not going to ask no damn questions? You're not going to say, what the hell happened? Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Because he even said that he could tell she had bruises on her face, and her face was worse than, he's downplaying it. Her face was beaten worse than that. But yeah, and it's a doctor, not a nurse. I don't know why he keeps calling her a nurse. But he's saying that the doctor came an hour after he got there, and if he got there at 3:15, then the doctor got there at 4:15. The doctor claims in her statement that she worked on Shanquella for 3 hours. But yet she was pronounced dead by the doctor at 5:25. Yeah. And then now the time of death is being reported as from between 7 a.m. and noon. Okay? And they did drag her out that bed. Which explains why she was naked. But and you can't tell it was morning. How late in the morning, I don't know. Yeah. He's not making any sense. But I'm telling you what, if I'm going on a trip out of the country with my good friends, and I arrive, and one of my good friends is laying there unresponsive with clear bruising all over on her face, there's going to be some questions, and the first thing's going to be call 911 or Red Cross, whatever you call, over there. Wow. That would be me anyway.
and that's it. But I didn't really go in there like, damn, y'all jumped her, y'all beat her ass, what's going on? Like, 'cause they know, man, and nobody even told me about nothing. I was blind to everything. I'm literally there giving her my all. Like, come on, girl, we was 2,000 miles away from home. 2,000 miles away from home. Don't nobody deserve this.
You gave her your all.
51 questions.
You gave her your all. Dude, your friend's laying there unresponsive, clearly beaten, and you didn't think about it. Wow. You didn't demand she be taken to the hospital right away. Okay. And then you come and spin this. So if you really weren't there and you didn't see anything, why are you lying? Again, why are you lying? Because in my opinion, you are. I'm not saying everything you're saying is a lie, but there's some lies in here.
Bro, why is y'all talking about blood that y'all kill y'all friend? I wasn't there. I don't have those answers for you from Friday to 3 o'clock when I got to Cabo. I just don't have them answers. I posted my flight itinerary. When I got there, I can't make that up. I can't. I really don't know what else to do but show y'all fucking the real tickets if I can even find them when I landed and didn't land. But I could post the video. I could show the video. It's gonna show the timestamps because it's in my archive. I got there at 3-something p.m. I made my first video at 4:26. That's me outside by the pool. Saying, Quilla, get up, let's go. We got stuff to do.
Okay, but how did she get? You said when you first got there, she was in the game room on the couch. How did she get out by the pool? And then you said you went from the game room to the living room. So, did you guys play musical floors with Shanquella? I mean, did you move her from room to room? Because you're saying she was unresponsive. So if she was unresponsive, she couldn't have moved from room to room, dude. What? Can anybody make sense of this? What do you guys think? He said she was unresponsive. So how did she get from the game room couch to the pool to the living room? They had to have moved her around. But yet the maid found her in the bedroom, according to the maid's statement. But he's saying the friends told him the maid found her in the bathroom hugging the toilet. Yeah, okay. Nobody knows that this doesn't make sense, right?
There was no fun in that. There was no fun in that. There was nothing good come from that.
Do you think Shanquella had any fun? Do you think being beaten to death is... Wow, dude, you're not the victim here. You are not the victim here. You self-serving, unempathetic, no remorse at all. No caring being shown for your friend. Not an ounce of love being shown. Yeah. Dude.
I went in there with my bag, put it down, went to the game room, went to the living room, stayed there. The worst time of my life. And now y'all on here trying to say I killed her.
But he said she was out by the pool because he talked to her out there. How could he be done all this if she was unresponsive? Again, just asking.
The nigga that got there a day late. A day late. The nigga y'all didn't see in the video. I have 1,030,000 tattoos. Do I sound like I was in that video? Go listen to it again. Do you hear my voice in that video? Like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas is really stupid. The bitches is stupid. The old ladies, all y'all are stupid.
Wow,
I don't care who's asking me because I have all my time.
But you're the one sitting here telling everybody this stupid story, but everybody else is stupid, right? Okay, dude.
I've been real close and cordial with everybody who really means something. So this was just to give y'all some comfort. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not responding to nothing else. And all the death threats, I can go with y'all and move. Everybody. I turn me to a pack. All that shit y'all was talking, y'all just talking out your ass out of hurt because y'all listening to social media. Social media. Of course, my story is going to be different because I got there a day late. I can only tell you what I know from 3:30 till Sunday when I left.
Okay, well, what do you say about the autopsy report? The death certificate. Her cause of death wasn't alcohol poisoning. It was a broken neck and a fractured spine. So, okay, dude.
That's all I can do. I really can't give nobody no other answer from Friday because they didn't tell me. I didn't go in there, sit down and make no alibi with nobody. I didn't know nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. Cross my heart. I hope to die on this Bible right here. I don't know nothing. I didn't sit and make no alibi. I didn't even have time. I got there an hour later. The nurse came in the door.
The experts say
the nurse came in the door. Try to help pull her. Try to put some salines in her, but her energy. She didn't have no electrolytes. Her oxygen was low, so she couldn't find them. Y'all don't understand what I went through. Y'all don't understand. Y'all won't understand. So y'all keep posting my.
This is what people, when people are lying, they fluff talk. They talk. And add detail. They fluff. Okay, they wouldn't know nothing about electrolytes without blood work. Okay?
Address and all that shit, y'all have fun. Y'all have fun. Y'all know y'all hurting yourself. I'm not hurting you. I'm not bothered by this. Because I know the truth. Me and God know the truth.
You have no
I've been to the house.
No
I talked to you getting on this internet.
Even give the family your condolences?
I'm getting mad. What's the word? Insensitive. So I ain't even finna go back and forth on the shit with nobody. I tried to go live with the NCB nigga. He swear he know.
Yeah, he called you out because you're lying. Your story don't make sense.
Before, so he knows how everything goes. But Instagram and everything keep timestamps. Everything is in my archive.
Oh, the FBI will get it all.
Everything else, you can have people watching my page when I go live. That's cool.
Phone numbers associated with all of her friends.
What do you guys think of that statement? Let me know in the comments what you think. Think the dude's being truthful? How did she get from room to room if she was unresponsive? Okay. Yeah, he's full of shit. Just my opinion. But this is Joe Bruno. He's that reporter I told you about from WSOC TV. This is, by the way, Tragedy Pimps, which you know who I mean. Bullhorn, Molly, Dolly, Olivia, House of Williams, and the rest of their little cronies. This is what real media does. Real professional media with real press passes. I mean, come on. I seen the article, Betty. You were paying your dues to get a press pass that wasn't really a press pass, and didn't get you into anything. You were paying for it. They even revoked it. But yeah, these guys are professional. They dress professional. They speak professionally. They don't stand outside these residences with bullhorns, screaming and yelling and accusing these people of everything under the sun and the horrible things they say, drug addicts and dirtballs and abusers and murderers, all this stuff they spew, heckling. You don't see any real media acting like that. Guys, take a picture and take a page out of these two reporters, because there's one from Channel 3 too. Real pretty woman. That I'm going to show you. But yeah, tragedy pimps, take note. This is what real media does, Betty and Molly, and Justice and Dolly. You're not media.
Friends who went on the trip.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service.
Most of the numbers are now disconnected, but 2 of them went straight to voicemail.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
I texted both of them and also paid them a visit since they have Charlotte addresses. No one answered at the first store, and the same with the second. And while no one was home when I rang the doorbell this afternoon, a neighbor did tell me this morning they spotted CMPD outside this person's home.
Siobhan Bryan went to the homes of some of those people
Here's
who
Siobhan
reportedly
Bryant from
joined
Channel
her
3
on that trip.
WBTV News.
Shanquella Robinson is
woman.
now in her final resting place, but her family simply can't find peace with so many questions remaining about what really happened to her that turned a vacation to tragedy. The sound of a doorbell camera, but otherwise silence as I tried to visit 2 of the people who joined Shanquella on what would be her final vacation. These friends reportedly told her parents she died from alcohol poisoning in Cabo, Mexico. We now know an autopsy revealed a cracked spine. This after a disturbing video, now viral, appears to show the 25-year-old involved in a fight. This weekend, hundreds attended her funeral at Macedonia Baptist.
Okay. That is what real media does. The tragedy pimps need to take some notes. Did you see a bullhorn? Did you see them heckling anybody? Screaming obscenities and everything else? No, I didn't think so. But anyway, back to this, because I could get on that all day. These were done by another YouTuber. It's supposed to be Desiree Jackson. I just question this 100%. I only put it in here because it's out there everywhere. I just question this. It's not an Instagram live like Winter and Nazir did. So I don't, there's been fake accounts, of course, made, and people are trying to make money. There's sickos out here in the world. You know, there's idiots that wait for tragedies like this to happen so they can profit from them. But yeah, we'll just get into this and you guys make your own opinion. But I don't think it was the real Desjardins. I just don't.
Time and I lost myself. She wrote again, here is the thing, you're all coming for me and do not know what happened. The reason why I'm putting my Cash App down is because people want to scoop on what happened. It's because people want the scoop on what happened, and I'm not going to just offer that information up. I am not what they say I am. She posted again, you all are sick individuals. You all do not know the whole story, and I will not explain myself to the people that keep making this a joke.
Okay, so that's why I don't think it's her. Because why would you say make it a joke? No one's made this a joke. No one has made this a joke. So, yeah, I don't know. Then these next couple statements, and she throws Nazir under the bus. She said he's lying, that he was there through everything. So that would mean, if this is truly Dejanay, that would mean that the fight took place while he was there. And the coroner did say that she passed away within 15 minutes of her injury. And maybe the maid's story wasn't even true to begin with. I'm just saying. I don't know. There's been talk of money with the doctor and staff. The Mexican Reporter even had it in his statement at one time in his article on his website about something about $17,000. I don't know. I'm sure there's ways they can find out if she took large amounts out of her bank account or if any of her credit cards had been used. I'm sure they could find that out pretty easily because I believe you can't travel with more than $10,000. So, yeah. And why would you take $70,000 to Cabo for a weekend? I mean, I don't know. That's easily found out. So let's just get back into this because I don't know.
She posted again. Instagram account deleted at 22k followers. Those other pages are not me. I am innocent and I will be getting my truth out. I am only doing paid interviews. If you're not serious about hearing what happened and are going to bash, do not ask me. Now she went on and pinned her other friend named Naz Didit, saying that he was also in the room when everything happened, even though he went live claiming that he was not there. She has now deleted her IG and deactivated her other social media platforms.
I don't know. Do you think she'd post something like that? I mean, I don't know. I tell you, I could be wrong, but I just don't think it's her. And if it is, wow, girl, you's bold. You's a bold one. Yeah. But anyway, this is Winter Donovan's IG. You could slow down and try to read some of it, but I didn't do that because it's IG and it's really hard to read, like this. So you gotta listen to her, what she says. Her story's crap too. It just doesn't make sense either, because if it was truly alcohol poisoning and the fight had nothing to do with it, then why lie about it? But let's get in and watch this so I can, yeah. Again, shout out to Deets on the streets.
You're thirsty. Talk about talk. All right, so yes, she did have a fight that y'all see, and that's going viral. They were fighting because Quilla did some crazy shit while she was drunk. So she basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Quilla didn't want to, and that's how that happened.
Okay, so she's saying, Winter saying that Dejanay basically drug her up out the bed. That's why she was naked. Okay, that makes sense with how you see how she responded. It does. So that little bit of part, I do believe her. But from here on out, I don't. Because it doesn't make sense. But that part does make sense. Because it looked like it was probably mid-morning, maybe a little later. Yeah. Let's just finish hearing it. Dallas. Shh. Sorry, my 4-year-old. My 4-year-old's out here squeezing his ducks. Go ahead in there, baby. Mommy's almost done. Mommy Cat TV right there. Okay? Okay, let's get back to this. Sorry, guys, but, sometimes the kiddos... And I'm doing this on my iPad, so I can't pause and or mute you, or it'll stop the recording, and then it's a nightmare editing it all back together. It's just, yeah. I can't wait till I can do this live.
unfortunately, she did die because of.
Now, she said she died of alcohol poisoning.
On the bed.
On the bed.
So I don't know. Did y'all see something in the video?
She died of alcohol poisoning on the bed, she said. Okay, Nazir said completely the opposite. Nazir said she was found, they told him she was found by the maid at the toilet bowl. He said when he got there, she was on the couch in the game room, then out by the pool, then they moved to the living room. Okay, so what is it? Winter is saying she was on the bed. Like I said, did they play, musical floors with this girl? Wow.
Don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying.
Okay, they don't believe that she died of alcohol poisoning, so they're trying to cover it up with a broken spine or whatever they're saying. Why would they not? Why would they want a murder out there? Why would they want her? Why would they want to cover up the alcohol poisoning? She was over 21. She was grown. She drank. Why would they want to cover that up? And cover it up with injuries showing a beating took place? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me, that statement. But let's get back into it.
You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video, so the person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf.
Why are you covering for her? You weren't fighting in that video, in the 18 seconds that was released, but I do believe there's more video out there. I do. I don't believe they only recorded 18 seconds. And there has been, in the Mexican Reporter, Geraldo had stated that at one time there was another video out there that he hadn't seen, but the authorities had. And he had stated that there was more than one person in on this, so that hit her. There was more than one fight. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's just see what else she has to say.
Man, that's what happened. That's how her spine broke. Stupid asses.
That's how her spine broke, because they were covering the alcohol poisoning up with injuries that would indicate a murder. Okay, make that make sense. Why would Mexico cover up an alcohol poisoning with a homicide? Okay.
We are talking because we were there. There's multiple people there, not just the girl that was fighting. So I'm confused with what's the question you're trying to ask.
Yeah, we know that you were there. We see you in the video. I'm waiting for her to answer. She says quiet, lowers her tone, and is fast with
Honestly, if me and my friend is going through something, we gonna fight it out. So that's just that. Nobody's gonna jump in, and that's just what happened.
Okay, wait a minute. You're grown-ass women. Y'all supposedly met in college, so you're grown-ass educated women. And you're gonna go out there and act like a 15-year-old. And stand there and watch your friend get beat to death. Okay. Wow. You can't, as grown-ass adults, sit down and talk out whatever the issue is. I mean, people do stupid stuff when they're drunk. You don't get beat to death for it. So, yeah. Wow. Girl, some kind of friends.
Yeah, I want to hear the story. Shut the fuck up and just listen.
Yeah, we're trying to hear the story, but you're not being honest.
Y'all act like you picked the bed up and hit her.
No one said you picked up a bed. But what was said is that you grabbed her around her neck and slung her under the floor. I don't know if that's true. Supposedly there's video about that. Like I said, even the Mexican reporter had mentioned that more than one person, there was more than one fight. So, yeah. And it was more than that. I mean, the girl did not die of alcohol poisoning. I don't care what they say. The girl did not die of alcohol poisoning. It makes no sense that they would cover up a death, an accidental death of accidental alcohol poisoning to make it look like a homicide. For what reason? For what purpose? Okay, and then try to hide that fact too. Okay, yeah. Shit, bullshit. Let's get back to it. Oh, I got my candle to light. Yay. I love this candle. It smells so good.
After she fell, she was not dead. So what are you talking about?
Well, what do you mean? Did you see the condition she was in just the part of the video that was released that people saw? Because I know there was more to that video. I would bet there was more to that video. So, she wasn't moving. She never even tried to defend herself or protect herself. What are you talking about? She was normal.
Y'all can ask questions. We will answer them. But if y'all gonna be negative, we're just gonna
But you're
start
not
blocking people.
answering them. You're not making any sense. I'm waiting for her to say something else here. I don't want to talk over her because sometimes it's hard to
No, the
hear.
autopsy results is not valid.
The autopsy results is not valid. How do you figure that one? How do you figure that one? Like I said before, they're going to lie and say this girl had a broken neck and a fractured spine, which would have mean homicide. Not detain anybody and talk to them. Just let them go on their merry way. Because they wanted to cover up she died from alcohol poisoning. But then they covered up the fact that they didn't make public the fact of what happened to her. The police didn't. So this don't make sense. What you're saying don't make sense. I mean, you're just regular, normal people. You think the Mexican government's going to go to all this trouble to create a homicide where there wasn't a homicide? This doctor out of nowhere who don't know you've Madame Reeve is going to say, oh, here's some... I mean, you weren't rich and famous. They didn't know who you were. You were just another tourist, another, weekly paid tourist. You're not, you weren't... What I'm saying is you weren't famous and rich. So they would go to all this trouble to hide the fact of alcohol poisoning as cause of death, to say that it was injuries that would point to a homicide. For what purpose? To say that Americans did it? I mean, for what purpose?
I'm gonna block you.
They are arrested.
Okay. She started blocking people. She didn't answer any more questions. She didn't really answer that much. But what do you guys think about her comments about what happened? Just doesn't add up to me. Maybe I'm seeing more into it than there is, but it just doesn't add up to me. Now, the other night, not last night, night before, Gerald Jackson in North Carolina Beat did an interview with the reporter, Geraldo Zuniga from Mexico. Like I said, he's done Down the Rabbit Hole News, that the law attorney, but I don't know. I have questions because some of the things, and then he posted her being arrested, detained when she hasn't been. At least not that no one can find over here. Well, I have some questions about all that. And the maid, too. The maid, I got questions there. Because the statements from the maid don't add up to nothing that's been stated by the doctor, and by any of the Carbo 6 that have spoke out so far. So, there's just so much misinformation going on. It's crazy. Everyone's talking about this case, and that's great. You need to keep the pressure on, but you can't be passing around all the misinformation, because that's just muddying it all up and making it even harder. We're already dealing with such a hard situation with it being Mexico. Okay. But apparently, one good thing is supposedly the U.S. isn't going to fight extradition or nothing. So, I don't know. Let's just hope something happens soon. But let's hear what Gerald has to say, because there's been a lot of questions asked about his interview. Because the reporter, Geraldo, did say that she had already been arrested. Okay. And it's on his website and his YouTube. It was the only thing on his YouTube. But go in the house, baby. I'm almost done. Sorry, that's my little one again. Stop. I'm almost done. I need 2 more minutes. Okay, Mommy, be right with you. Okay, he's just like constant attention. Daddy's in there, but he wants Mommy. Okay. All right, let's go.
Someone is being held on federal charges. They still are booked.
Honey,
they still go through the
right
normal
there.
booking process. In North Carolina, they still go
Sorry,
through the
guys.
normal booking process. And what happens is the status of their custody changes from federal to state, or from state to federal. So if you're being held, in this jail.
Oh, by the way, I'm recording it, so if I stop it, I lose it, and then it's hard to get back together. And my husband is literally sitting right there on the couch. He just doesn't like it that Mommy's doing something and not giving him all her undivided attention. So, believe me, he's fine. I know how people on YouTube blow things out of proportion, but he's 4.5, and he's spoiled rotten by me. But he's my baby. But yeah. Yeah. Let's get back into Gerald here.
For state, it's going to say state. If you're being held for federal, it's going to say federal hold. But we haven't. I've looked through everything that, as an investigative journalist, blogger, whatever you want to call me, can look at to see if there has been an arrest. I have also reached out to the FBI, and I have also reached out to Interpol, and nothing has come back, to say whether Dejanay is in custody or not. Now, let me say this. Mr. Zuniga is over in Mexico. He's, over there in Baja California Sur, I believe. And he may have sources over there that may be telling him, hey, Dejanay has been arrested. We're just waiting for her to be extradited. And that's probably why he broke that news, but we have not heard anything over here. The way it works over here is that the victim's family is notified of an arrest, right? The victim's family is notified of an arrest. And hold on.
Yeah, and the family has said nothing. In fact, they said they haven't been notified of anything. And whether you're detained, arrested, whatever you want to call it, once you're in the system,
so
you're easily.
But so he may have sources over there. He may have sources over there. Now, I know when I break charges of people being arrested, you know, my sources always come directly from the police department. You know, I build rapport with officers who follow my blog and people who are about truth and justice, although they work with
Trying to fast forward a little
so
bit.
I don't know what he knows because everybody blowing me up and everybody's getting the interview introduction part in the beginning confused. You know, I was just, you know, saying to him like, hey, an hour ago you just broke news that Dejanay Jackson has been arrested. You know, and he talks about him being in a meeting and all of that stuff. But as of right now, what time is it? I don't know what time it is. As of right now, Gerald Jackson, cannot confirm that Dejanay Jackson is in federal custody or she has been arrested. I cannot confirm that.
Joe Bruno
I don't know Mr.
also
Zuniga's
put out a
sources.
statement
I
on his
cannot say that
Facebook
he's lying.
that he's
Okay, but what I can say
everybody's
is that
saying no confirmation.
Yeah, but everybody's that's reporting that she was arrested last night is getting it from him. Everybody that's reporting that she was arrested last night is coming from bloggers and YouTubers and vloggers.
And that's what he's saying.
I mean, I believe the only reason they are doing that is because, you know, like I stated to you all when I first talked about this police report.
Maybe they're in the process of doing it.
I said I had questions because there was not an actual document in there. It was only what a person wrote, right? Which is what, you know, he got the information from an informant that's close to the police or a police source that's an informant, you know, but no major news outlets posted that Dejanay has been arrested. Hell, if I ain't posted it yet, you know it ain't no damn truth to it. Look, if I ain't posted it yet,
okay, he can get dramatic.
Just keep waiting. But like I said, I don't know if she has been arrested from our side, from this side, me being in contact with the family, you know, systems that we use to determine if a person is in custody in North Carolina. I even looked in Connecticut, where she's from. I mean, I've looked through all 50 states, literally, and no agency, whether it's federal hold or state hold, you know, is reporting that she's in their custody. So,
is it possible that the FBI has her in custody and just isn't saying anything because maybe they're considering she's being detained for questioning? And she hasn't formally been arrested, booked yet? Could that be? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? That's a possibility. You know, maybe just reporters, inside sources are telling him that they, you know, do have her for questioning. That Interpol, which that makes sense because Interpol they can question, but I don't think they actually arrest. And I think, yeah. So is it possible that she hasn't been booked in as of yet, that she's being detained for questioning? Would they list you as being detained if you haven't been officially booked yet? That's a good question. I want to ask Nate, the lawyer, about that. Because if she hasn't been officially booked, arrested, because they could take you in for questioning without putting you, you know, booking you. And they may have to detain her till the Interpol agents get there to talk to her. So, yeah. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Would that require, you know, I know once you're booked and your picture's taken and you're fingerprinted and stuff, then you go into the system. But maybe they haven't done that yet. That's also a possibility. Like I said, okay.
Now, a lot of people told me that Mr. Zuniga had some discrepancies with his story
There's a
and
few
when
things I have a
he
question
talked
about.
to another gentleman or whatever. I don't know because I did not watch the interview. I don't be
did.
on YouTube searching interviews and looking at, different things.
Oh, this mic
I've
keeps
only been
cutting in
on
and
his
out. I hope it
website
didn't
and I've
ruin
only
this
looked at
video.
what he's written. And that's that. So, I mean,
But I
but
have Joe Bruno, the reporter from WSOC TV. I have his statement in here that he put out too. But yeah, there's actually been no proof that she's been arrested. But like I said, let's just get back in this. I'll say it
some of
again in a
his
minute.
stuff makes sense to me because of
Some of it did. I mean, he broke this story in the first place. When you think about it, when you go back, he broke this story in the first place. Someone contacted him about this information, whoever his source is, or sources. And he did some checking himself and found out it to be true. So, yeah. I'm just wondering if that's not the situation, what I stated. I don't know.
because we was wondering about this maid.
Yeah, the maid statement, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they could, and Anthony, they possibly could have said that. I don't know. It's like, well, damn. 3 days ago, y'all was saying she was. Wait, 3 days ago, y'all was reporting that she was arrested. Now, last night, I mean, again, now y'all re-reporting.
But he's funny.
That's how you kill your credibility.
That's true.
First you say she's arrested, then 2 days before you say she's arrested, then you come back and say she arrested again. Damn, how many times they gonna lock her ass up and detain her? How many times? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know how many times y'all gonna report that this girl
Okay, that's enough. Okay, that is a bit dramatic. But I get the stress. I'm sure he's being bombarded with crap. But like I said, is it possible that she is just detained for questioning? That she has not been officially charged or officially arrested with this warrant from Mexico? That she's just being detained till the Interpol agents can get there to question her? Is she denying to be questioned? Is that possible that she wouldn't be listed as being arrested yet because she hasn't officially been booked yet?
Nah.
That's also a possibility.
This is so draining. Yes. And then you want to know how it's clicks and views to me?
Yeah,
it's because it be questions like, was Dejanay really arrested? Or it be stuff like, what did Shanquella do wrong? She ain't do shit wrong.
Yeah, that right there. How can you even ask, what did Shanquella do? It don't matter. Y'all were drinking, having fun, and probably got a little too drunk, and, people say stupid shit. But I'm sure it was nothing that warranted being beat to death. I'm sorry. Wow, what is wrong with people? But anyway, guys, we're almost at the end here. Here's the reporter Joe Bruno's statement. Let me read it. Oh, I went too far. But it says that he checked with the FBI, the Mexican authorities, the local police, everywhere that he could check. And they've gotten no confirmation that Dejanay Jackson has been arrested. They couldn't find anything out. And he said he will continue working on this like he has. And he gets any information that can be confirmed, he will definitely put it out here. Again, confirmed. You see how a real reporter does it? Bullhorn, Molly, Dolly, Justin, and the rest of your little group. But, yeah. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I don't want to count out this reporter at all, you know, because he is the one that got this story going. He, you know, so, like I said, is it possible that what he's saying is she was picked up because she's being detained for questioning? I mean, they don't fingerprint you and take your mugshot and stuff to question you, do they? I mean, I don't know. I've never been involved with the FBI, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully we'll get some answers in this case soon. And whatever the justice is, that it's served. And Dejanay, if you really did this, and whomever else was involved, you all need to pay for it. Shanquella deserves justice. Her family deserves justice. And you deserve to pay for what you've done. For all of you. Whoever took part in any of this. You need to pay for your part in it. But I guess, guys, hit the like button. Please don't hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the comments, what your theories or opinions are on this. Again, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.